Hi, I'm Sean Robinson, President and CEO of Strong College Students Moving. And we are starting a new series here at Strong College Students. I wouldn't say it's actually a completely new series, it's just that we've really been inspired to take a different approach and different direction when it comes to how we're going to handle our social media and how we're going to get more of our staff involved in this process. There's so many helpful students here at Strong College Students, and everyone's really focused on gaining new skills and adapting and learning and growing. And one of the things, I guess, like one of my job roles is not just as far as like being the CEO of the organization and kind of directing where we go and what the future of the organization is. It's also making sure that we have a path that allows the students who are working with us to really focus in and grab a set of skills. Like the skills are going to help them achieve more while they're working at Strong College Students, and help them achieve more while they get through to that goal of a college education, and actually be able to use those skills to empower themselves past graduation into their full-time careers. We've done this for years here at Strong College Students, but we actually never really shared this story or actually told this story or told like why we actually do these things. Um, Today we're actually kind of just focusing in on, I kind of said that, look, I'm going to step in as kind of the leader of the organization and just set a tone. And the tone's going to be focused around motivating our staff, motivating potential customers, just motivating anybody who we come in contact with. And the focus for today is just what we call Monday motivation. So every Monday we're going to come through and we're going to be pounding out just different motivational components, tips, ideas, values, and it's all just focused around just driving that point home. Because every week, right, every new week, hey, as soon as the sun comes up on Monday, it's a whole new week, right? And that's a whole new week where we have a chance to just accomplish and focus and execute. And when we're focused on really acquiring skills and growing and learning and having that overall process of growth and development, we can focus off every Monday and say, well, hey, it's a whole new week. There's a lot we have to get accomplished. There's a lot we have to achieve. And sometimes you just don't feel like it, right? There's just some days where you're just tired, exhausted. Like right now, it's night. I'm recording this video, and I said I was going to get this done, and it's about execution, right? So I wanted to make sure I was executing and making sure I was holding myself accountable. So regardless of how crazy and hectic my day was, things did not go as planned. But that's just kind of the process here. Every day doesn't go exactly the way I'm anticipating or the way I've been planning it. But regardless, I wanted to make sure that I was motivated to execute and motivated to take really the initial steps to make sure I was able to share this with you. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm being just completely open, completely honest. It's like, once again, this is just a whole new process for us to be much more forthcoming and open and share with with anyone who really wants to just understand more about us, understand more about our process and what we do and why we do it, right? So, Strong College Students, we're a home and office moving company. We help college students earn their way through school, and we provide a great, dependable service at a fair price. Our focus is really just creating happy customers, and so it's really exciting to see the videos coming in every single day, from all over the country of just customers with their feedback and their testimonies, seeing those 5-star reviews pop up, and that's really that right there is the reason that we exist. We exist to create these happy customers. We exist to create these environments to where we can take our knowledge, our expertise, our understanding of just the moving process, our understanding of what it's like to work with another person and to actually make that process of moving into their new home or new office just smooth, consistent, reliable, trustworthy, and that's what we're really focused on. So that's us. That's Strong College Students. That's a little bit about me. And as far as motivating, hopefully you guys are already inspired and motivated right now. Like I honestly, just from this few minutes I've been talking this far, I'm actually kind of like pumped up a little bit more. I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I'm kind of feeling hyped up myself. So I'm kind of like my own hype man right now. No, no, no. A couple jokes aside here, but the focus is just coming back to that motivation component, right? So what I want to actually share with you, just that one little nugget, that one little point of wisdom. It really comes from a book that we were doing from our book club, and it's David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. It's a phenomenal book. Really recommend for anyone and everyone to grab it and read it. It is a transformational book, and one of the things he kind of talks about is that if you think about like a rocket engine, right? So when I look at this company, there's so much that I want to see us accomplish. There's so much that I know that we're capable of, and I know that we're working towards. Whether it's our software development, whether it's our new process for handling really our interaction with customers, from our new process of sharing those interactions with customers. There's just so many things that we're focused on week by week by week. And there's so many things I want to see us accomplish and grow and do and become, right? So right now, my focus really is one of my goals is to put Strong College Students a new location in really every state, and then also really just every major city in the United States. So I want to see us grow from the handful of franchise locations that we have now into 50 franchises to 100 franchises to 250 franchises. This roadmap's been done before. There's been other organizations who have done it, so we know that it's possible. We know that it's capable. And honestly, just because I've had this idea, that means that if I had the idea that somewhere out there in that universe, that that idea was inspired, which means it exists somewhere. And since it exists somewhere, it's just more about me making sure that I can align us as an organization with that point in time. And that's what I'm working towards right now. And what David Goggins really talks about is that uh, it starts with a spark, right? So regardless of how big an ambition is, regardless of how big a dream is, right? So even if it's something as simple as, rather not simple, but it's complex as a rocket, right? So let's just rocket science and actually like taking a rocket and going to the moon or to Mars or to outer space. It all has to start with one spark. So when you have engineers at NASA who are thinking about, okay, we have to calculate the gravitational force of the Earth. We have to calculate how to overcome that. We have to calculate how much fuel. We have to calculate the right the shape of the rocket, the right wind, I wouldn't say wind speeds, but how to make sure that you're designing it in a capacity to actually be able to break through Earth's gravity and also just break through our atmosphere without causing damage to the rocket itself. So all those factors are going in, but regardless of all those things, and that whole vision of what somebody wants to accomplish or that team wants to accomplish, it all comes back to this one component, right? It all starts this just giant rocket engine that's powered with thousands of gallons of fuel. In order to get that rocket to go, it does require a spark. One tiny spark of ignition is enough to get that rocket fueled up, to get that rocket started and fired, and that from that point, at that point of ignition, that rocket can then grow, build enough force to lift itself and its payload off the ground, to break through gravity, to break through the atmosphere, and then just launch into the trajectory of whatever destination that those engineers have been kind of designing for it to go. So everything, everything starts with a tiny spark. So even this little video right here, it's an insignificant video from from maybe your perspective or maybe somebody else's perspective. But what I know is that this video, what I know is that this moment, this time, the fact that I stopped today to make sure I executed, to make sure that I shared this, means that this is one little spark that's going to spin off and grow and grow and grow to create really I would say a shift and a movement within our organization, within our company, that's going to push and change and shift the trajectory of where we're going. And that's what gets me excited. It's just, I hope that motivates you. If you can think about every Monday, right? Every Monday there's a chance for a new spark. Every day, every chance we have an opportunity to wake up for another Monday is another spark that we have. It's another spark to create the plan, to create whatever that vision, whatever that focus is that we have for that new week, and then for that month, and then for that quarter, and then for that year, and then for hey, if it's that decade or that generation, right? Now, so at Strong Intelligence, we know that we have the capability of changing the trajectory of a generation of leaders, and that's one of the things that really motivates us. And I really hope that you're inspired, that you're motivated to accomplish whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it's just getting through that exam this week, whether it's figuring out how to juggle that work-life balance that you may be struggling with. Just everything starts with this one tiny little spark. So find a point for you to reflect upon, and find a point that you can say, well, hey, if I get this done, that's enough to be a spark to change the trajectory of my week, to change the trajectory of or rather my day, my week, my month, my quarter, and so far from there. So I hope this inspires you. I hope this helps. I'm excited. I'm definitely galvanized and geared up. And things like this is what we think about when it comes to the process of helping our customers. What motivates us is not just the fact that we're able to empower college students and help them earn their way through school. What motivates us is that we really have the capacity and the ability to change how people experience the process of moving, and to change how they enjoy and think about how they move, when they move, and who moves them. And if we can change that for just a handful of customers a day in every city across the country, then we can change that for thousands of customers every single year, every single month, and tens of thousands of customers every year, and ideally hundreds of thousands of customers. And it just the ability to do that, and the ability to actually have this this impact amongst the staff who are going to work there, those college students who are working with those customers. You know, those are the things that get us excited. Those are the things that make it worth the while to stop and just do this video. To actually just say, you know what, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to stop, regardless of what I have, regardless of what else I have getting done today. I'm going to stop and make sure that I get this one small thing done, because that one small spark can change the trajectory of the organization, can change the trajectory of someone's life in the future. It's going to change the trajectory of one of our future franchise owners or our current franchise owners. You know, you just never know how that one little spark that you take, that you think that's just something for you to focus upon, can impact others. And that's really what it's about, right? It's not just about me. It's not just about us. It's not just about, you know, a centrally focused perspective. It's really about touching and reaching out and impacting other people. And you know, one of the benefits of being the CEO of Toronto College Students is that I have the capacity and the capability of doing that, um, you know, day in, day out. And it's been really rewarding. It's been really enjoyable, and I'm really looking forward to this spark. I'm looking forward to what we're building here, and I'm looking forward to seeing more accomplished and getting more people involved, and really just blessed in the fact that, you know, we have that ability to help so many people in so many different ways. So, as I said, just want to make sure I got that done. Um, Thank you, and I hope that you feel more inspired, more motivated, more galvanized, more geared up, and ready to tackle whatever it is that you're working towards today, tomorrow, and into the future. So, Shaun Robinson, President and CEO, Strong College Students, thanks for your time, and I hope this helped.